Hi, this is Marcy Stahl, Mindset and Marketing Mentor. Today I want to speak with you about the journey to your authentic self and some of the phases that you go through on the way to finding and expressing your full authentic self. The first phase of the journey is often about boxes. In your family, for example, you may be pigeonholed into a certain box. You're the smart one, you're the cute one, you're the funny one, you're the good child, you're the misbehaving child. That can continue once you get into school. So you may be hanging out with the jocks or the nerds. Finally, you're ready for college. And there, certain sort of societal or family or cultural scripts can start to take over. In my case, it was really clear to me from the time I was a very young child that I was going to college. There was just no discussion about that. And I was pretty clear that I was going to get married as well and stay married forever. So after I get out of high school, I get into college. So I get to check the college box. I get married. I check the marriage box. I get a great job right out of college. Get to check the great job and career box. I decide not to have children, so I don't check that box. At that point, I have checked all the boxes that I know I can check, and I'm looking at my life and thinking, is this it? Is this all I'm going to be experiencing for the next 4 decades until I retire? Because that was the next box that I could see. At that point, I had my first midlife crisis at age 28. I'd been following all the scripts, I'd been checking all those boxes, and it led me to a place where I wasn't enjoying my own life. That phase of checking boxes is then often followed by a second phase of exploring options. This can be a really uncomfortable phase because it's not clear what exactly you're meant to be doing. In my case, I really had no idea what was the life that I wanted to have, but I was very clear that I couldn't go on as I was. So I had to change my situation even without the certainty of what I was heading toward. I left my then husband and we got divorced. I quit my job and I started a government contracting firm with a colleague of mine. All of those changes helped improve my level of happiness and my satisfaction and got me on that path to my authentic life. They weren't 100% of the answer, but I was definitely moving forward. So this phase, exploring options, can have both a lot of stress associated with it, particularly if you've got a bit of a perfectionist thing going on. If that's you, you want to know the beginning point and the end point and all the steps along the way. This phase doesn't have that, so that can be uncomfortable. It's not clear what are the best choices, and we humans hate uncertainty. We do not want to feel that in our own lives. In the midst of the stress and uncertainty, there are also, however, occasional flashes of, yeah, this absolutely is the right thing. I'm doing exactly what I was intended to do. And that's enough to keep us going. Then we can move into the third phase, where we really are living our authentic life, being our best self. So you hear a lot about authenticity, and it can seem a little mysterious. What are the elements of that? So I want to share a couple of the components that I think are really important here. The first one is your values. When you're fully expressing your authentic self and living your authentic life, you understand what your values are and you're living in accordance with your values. In my own life, at one point in my government contracting career, my work felt really out of touch with my values. I care about people. I want to make the world a better place. And I was spending a lot of time working on defense and homeland security work, which was ultimately about killing people. Out of touch with my values, that felt hugely uncomfortable. So when you're living authentically, you know your values and your work and your actions are in alignment with those. Closely related to that, another part of an authentic life is understanding your strengths and being able to express those in your work and your life. That gives you a tremendous amount of confidence and satisfaction in what you're doing. A third component of an authentic life is being with your like-minded people. So when you're in that phase of the boxes, often you're not with your authentic people, with your like-minded people. You're with whoever happens to be in that same clique that you're in high school, or whoever happens to work in your office. When you're living authentically, you're spending a lot of your time with your like-minded people. So they're at your work. They're present in your career. You're with them when you go to conferences. Beyond that, you're hanging out with them socially, and whatever your spiritual expression is, you're with your like-minded people there too. A fourth piece of that authentic expression is that you're engaged in pursuits that are in the service of something bigger than yourself. That can look like you're working to help empower and educate other people. You're engaged in volunteer efforts. You're engaged in work with your church or whatever your spiritual practice is. Again, all different aspects of being in the service of something bigger than yourself. So when you get into this phase, when you've got those four things going on, your values, your strengths, your like-minded people in the service of something bigger than yourself, the feelings are tremendous. First of all, you're experiencing a ton of confidence, you're getting clear inner guidance, and you're acting in accordance with that, living in your strengths. Confidence comes through. Next, clarity. When you're living this way, and again, you're receiving not just that inner guidance, but also guidance from your spiritual connection, it's so clear to you what to do, what will be in accordance with your principles, what is the best and highest choice for your time, your energy, your money, and so on. That really cuts down on second guessing. Then there's satisfaction and significance. You're helping in the service of something bigger than yourself, and you have that feeling of significance. You're not just affecting your life, but you're affecting the lives of other people around you, whether that's just 5 people, 100 people, or thousands of people. Whatever level it's happening at, you're gaining satisfaction and significance from it. You also get that satisfaction from both being aligned with your values and strengths, and then being able to rely on your strengths as well. So again, recapping those 4 key areas: strengths, values, like-minded people in the service of something bigger than yourself. Those are all ingredients for finding your fullest, most authentic expression. If you're not clear on one of those 4 areas, I invite you to pick one and start getting more clarity on it. If you know that this is your next challenge, if this is your next area to really fully explore and mine, then I invite you into a call with me where I can help you get clear on what are those areas that you want to explore, and we can explore together whether coaching together makes sense to help you get there to that full authentic expression of yourself and the ease in your business faster and more easily than you can on your own. If you'd like to do that, just email me, success@marcystahl.com, and we'll easily set up a time. My best wishes for you for your full authentic expression. Take care.